EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Bisons of Sacramento taking on the Carolina Panthers. Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Throwing to start the drive. McLaughlin. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now second down.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw. McLaughlin. He's got it right here. Into space at the 45. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
On 1st and 10. McLaughlin. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, and that'll bring up second down. You look at this Carolina defense. They were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And they needed to be, because that game was a game you don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and they got it done.
Back to throw again. And that throw behind his man.
Swing passes, easy checkdowns. Some guys, they're better off throwing it downfield. That's what really loosens them up.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Mayfield. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And Young's throw there incomplete. These two teams, you may recall, they didn't play each other till late in the year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 13. And it was the visiting Panthers who came away with the victory in that one. So now they look to take the season series here at home in Charlotte. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
97.
Young on third down. And that is incomplete.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
Carolina punt team out there led by Johnny Hekker. Devin Tompkins deep to return it. This is taken at about the 14. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. First down, Mayfield. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Hurry! Stop!
To throw, Mayfield. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. But you look at this defense. They're a unit that enters play way down, number 28 in the NFL right now against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Mayfield looks to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
17.
On play action, Young. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Marshall, the man in motion. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. Down the left sideline. And down to the 16-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. To throw, Young. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Ready.
Here is Young. Flushed out right. That's complete out right to the Tyrone Tremble. And he'll be brought down with a penalty flag on the field. It was a late decision to throw, and it might have been too late. Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. Young working out of the gun. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Had to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here, and it adds to their 1st quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now Mayfield. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. He may go. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head, walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. In motion left goes a tight end. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Done.
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Now Baker going to change it up. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Point it right. Done.
Mayfield now. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
First down, Sacramento.
Hurry! What's that?
Here's Mayfield. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Throwing, Mayfield. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And now they'll shift things around. On 3rd down, a run from White. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
They go right back to White here on 1st down. They'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. They keep it on the ground. White again. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Mayfield on 3rd and 2. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And they keep those sticks moving forward, that time with a gain of 3. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with White. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Rachaad White, as the first half is winding down. And the Bisons are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it, because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius, as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. A good run on 1st down. It's got him very close to the line to gain, just shy of the 35. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Let's go.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And this is going to be a Panthers first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. And the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. go play action. Young. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Down the left sideline, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. Now Raheem Blackshear going to take this one out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Kalijah Cansey in on the stop. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Young off the play fake. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, with talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
They've got his man complete. And mark him down close to the 40 to 39. A real letdown defensively. That was third in a bungle, but they allow the conversion.
When they needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On first and 10, it's Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. There to drop him behind the line was Logan Hall. Great effort.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Young will set to throw. Throw here's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield or man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake, Young. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go to the top now. Really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Okay, more on that one, and another first down. Out of the gun, it's Young. And this nearly an interception. reception, but it's been complete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. 3rd down and 1. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. He gets away from 1. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. Going for it with Sanders. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. On the counter now, it's Sanders. Stiff-armed him. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Ready?
Rifling one complete into the hands of Marshall. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 4-yard line. Now here's Young. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Terrace Marshall with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring it. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Gain of 12.
Up,
First
up.
down, Sacramento.
What's up?
1st down, here's White. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
They go with White on the counter. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mayfield. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 43. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. First down, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his man. It's White. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now back to the ground game with White. He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Panthers' 18-yard line.
Baker changing the play at the line. They give to White on the option. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. On 3rd down, Mayfield. That is caught and brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Hey, alert, 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 alert! Watch out!
Here's White. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
Let's go!
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Once again, it's White. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Rachaad White hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bisons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. But a flag is down here, so hang on. Let's see what we've got. Okay, so the penalty on the outside for illegal touching, and they'll have to come back and try it again. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Chart the motion man right. They'll try and run 4 with Sanders. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Well, time, I mean, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly. And what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Running right, here's Sanders. Oh, nice move. This time a spin. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here we go. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. The play fake, now Young. And his throw is incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. A give running left, it's Sanders. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Carolina. Miles Sanders with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Panthers extend this fourth quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Well, that gives him a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Mayfield now on second down. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Greedy Williams picks it off. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it. I think about
touchdown. Ian Thomas from 3 yards out. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Panthers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I can go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
52 blaster. Ready?
Young on 3rd down. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome. But a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Panthers, the win here in Week 18 gives them a pivotal 11th win on the year, running their final mark to 11-6. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Sacramento, it's just more heartache as they drop their 12th game of the season. And it will be a disappointing finish to the regular season, no doubt. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.